Hey, I'm Frank from the Geek Room, and you are watching The Atheist Edge.
I'm here with Mark Woolsey again. Thanks for coming back on,
Oh, well, you're welcome.
becoming a fan favorite. I see a lively comment section in the last few videos you were in. And would you mind repeating what you just told me on camera?
Yeah, I
That was huge. That kind of blew me away. I would like everyone to know about that.
sure. Jim invited me to participate in some videos, so I did. He edited them, and he's been putting them out. And one of them was on cult and Christianity. Is that how you worded it?
The differences or similarities between cult and Christianity,
Yeah.
and then another one on the Book of Job.
But it was on the.
Oh, okay,
I haven't
right.
seen the Job one out yet. But the one on cult and Christianity, I posted on once he put it out. I thought he did a good job on it. I was there. I made my comments. I thought he was fair in the way that he presented everything. And
We just came to different conclusions.
yeah,
But of course, that's to be expected.
yeah, but I mean, you didn't make me look like. I mean, somehow you made me not look like a fool. Actually, you probably had to edit it so that I didn't look like a fool. That was probably made it look better than it was supposed to. Anyway, my when it was I posted it, my oldest son looked at it, and on the posting it said, "I've never been more proud of my papa." So I just told Jim that.
Can you believe that? That's, wow. That's big. Okay, here we go. This is called Rapid Fire. We're at the 2019 Metroplex Atheist Solstice Party. You hear all the noise in the background. This is the quietest place we could find. All right, we're just gonna have to deal with it. So Seth Andrews is here, Aaron Ra is here, and like the presidents of at least close to a dozen different atheist organizations in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So it's kind of a big deal. So we're gonna get quick little bite-sized interviews. Mark, if you'll indulge me, we're just gonna do 5 to 10 questions. Fast answers. Like we're not gonna think too hard on these. Like a minute and a half at the most.
You're asking the guy that invented the word overthink.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you, man. This is gonna be a test for both of us. All right. If you are a Reformed Episcopalian. If you had to pick another religion right now, gun to your head, which one would it be?
What do you mean? Another a communion within the Christian faith, or just something outside the Christian faith?
Give me another Christian denomination. What would be your next choice?
Next one down, probably some flavor of Presbyterian.
Okay, and now give me a non-Christian religion that you would pick.
I mean, I honestly don't know how to answer that, because you're asking me if 1 + 1 is 3, what is 2 × 9? I just don't know how to answer that.
That's good. I mean,
Let me. Okay, I'll say this.
minus the truth claims, which one appeals to you maybe as a social construct or sense of community or?
Well, that's not why I'm in the faith.
Yep.
So that I don't know. Again, I don't know how to answer it. Can I answer it to you how someone else answered it?
Sure.
Okay, C.S. Lewis, as he was working his way from atheism into theism and into Christianity, said, and I believe this is probably in Surprised by Joy, he became a theist, and then he finally said, well, it's down to 2. It's either going to be Hinduism or it's going to be Christianity. Everything good that you can find in a religion, you can find in one of these 2. So I don't know that I'm not sure I could narrow it down to those 2, but that's what he said.
Hinduism.
And so since what's the guy's name?
Seth Andrews, yeah.
Since he was saying basically, question authority, I'll say C.S. Lewis is a good authority, so I'll just say he's got a good idea as anybody to me. I won't question him.
Good enough. What is okay, so you said you and your son were watching some of the older episodes that we just did last time you were on our show. Looking at yourself on camera, what would you say is your worst habit? Could be a physical, a mannerism of something like stuttering or some
I don't
type
look
of
at the
speech
camera. Just click off everything that a person's not supposed to do, and then
the first one
that's
you said
me.
you don't look at. You've been looking at the camera though. I never. Chris, tell him.
And then, one of the other ones when I did the thing with the first thing you ever videoed me with Zach. I was looking around, I was looking at this. I'm trying to look at the camera, and then my eyes are dark, my eyes are set back, so it just it's just not. I'm just not impressive. Okay, when I sent this to my bishop, I said, whatever you do, don't make me the face of the RUC.
Did he? What was his feedback?
I don't know that he's seen it. I just
Oh,
sent it to him.
he didn't give you any feedback?
No, I haven't got any feedback yet. I actually sent him the one that you did just recently. I sent that to him. He said he's going to look at it. He's got a million things to do, so I don't know.
Don't send him the Book of Job one.
Oh yeah, I would.
Oh,
I would
no,
send him
the
that
commentary of the Book of Job, but not the actual Book of Job video I did. It's got some colorful language in it.
Are you talking about?
The actual cartoon, the animated one, the one with
Oh,
that
the animated.
illustrated
Just
one.
the one that what you and I and all did.
That's good enough.
That's yeah.
But yeah, the actual, where we all did voiceovers. I put. Did you watch that one?
I haven't seen it yet. I didn't know it's up.
it's on there.
Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah. Send me the
It's
link.
illustrated and it's I did it up.
Okay.
It took me over a month of hard editing.
I believe it.
was rough.
I believe it.
You watch a lot of YouTube?
Yeah, a bit.
What's your favorite channel?
I watch Number File, and it's on numbers. I was a math major in college.
Number File.
Number File.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of science stuff. So, I don't know the name. Like 60. There's one's called the same guy that does Number File does another one. I haven't seen too many of those, but the guy the Science Asylum.
Science Asylum.
Science Asylum. He's good because he can explain things well. I think he does a good job. Science Asylum. Then I'll watch. Okay, what's? I bet you I could give you 30 minutes and you'd never guess what else I've had to watch a lot of.
The first thing that came to my mind, I'm not going to say.
No. This is G-rated.
Oh, G-rated. Okay.
G-rated.
Not amputee midget porn. Okay. No. Okay.
I teach dance.
I actually I'm glad you brought that up.
So I've watched a lot of dance. I've had to watch and watch. So I
was perusing your channel, and I see you in a beer hall in Germany teaching American folk dance or something. Explain that. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Were you in Germany? At the time?
I have a bishop in Germany, so we go over there from time to time. It's the coolest thing in the world. I teach. I teach academic classes, and our kids go to balls. And then when I started teaching that, the guy that was throwing the balls at the time, I asked him, could my kids come to it? And he said, yeah. And then it was like, oh, but someone's going to have to teach them. And it was awkward. I couldn't even spell dance, and. But eventually, after 2 or 3 years, I was like, hey, I'm getting to enjoy this. And so I teach ballroom, so I teach waltz, tango, East Coast swing, West Coast swing, that kind of stuff. I teach English country dancing. That's a lot of fun. That's not country and Western. It's a completely different thing. It's group dancing. It's a lot of fun. The kids really like it. And what I really enjoy I enjoy teaching all of that, but probably the favorite thing I enjoy teaching is Viennese waltz.
Viennese waltz.
Viennese
3-4 time.
Very fast 3 or 4 times.
Fast.
Very fast 3-4 times.
Fast 3 beat.
Yeah, very fast.
So you're spinning around all over.
Oh yeah, you're spinning around fast.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Give me your best joke, the one you know right off by heart. I'll give you a little time.
Okay. Oh man, my kids, there was one, what was the one recently? It's always contextual, it always comes out of context, but you just want to pop me into it.
That's all right.
Now, instead of
a
a joke, can I give you a story?
Sure.
A funny story.
All right.
Okay, the kids really liked this story.
All right.
Okay, so I have to inform you what two youth phrases mean, okay? I didn't know what they meant. we were watching something, we were reading something in my class, and one of the phrases in this book was on the Modern Times, great book by Paul Johnson on the 20th century, was Stalin flexing his muscles. Well, one of my students was just laughing at that, and I was like, that makes perfect sense to me. Why would you laugh? Well, today, to flex means to brag. It means to show off.
Right,
And so
that's kind of a
Stalin
new
was
way.
flexing his muscles, okay? And so my one of my other students told me two phrases. One is weird flex, but okay, which means that's awfully strange that you're bragging about that, but okay, like, hey, I ate 29 Cheerios this morning.
Weird flex.
Weird flex, but okay. So that's a youth phrase. The other one is when a millennial is looking down on a Gen Z, you know, someone who's a teenager or something, said, oh man, youth these days, they do this, they do that. The youth just needs to look at them and say, okay, boomer. And you're calling them an old person. Okay, so now I set this up, okay? So I think, I wonder if my kids know this. My oldest son's 31, and my daughter, next one down, is 28 or so. And so just before Thanksgiving, I was explaining all this to them. I said, do you know what these mean? Neither one of them knew what it meant, okay? So right after I explained it to them, my oldest son, he's a great guy, but just for some odd reason, my grandson was there, he's 2.5, and my son looked at my grandson, my daughter's son, and said, so his nephew said, I could drop kick him over a fence. I could drop kick him over a fence. And I look at him and I say, weird flex, but okay. And he's like, ooh. And then my daughter turns to me and says, Papa, stop pretending you're a young person. And I look at her and I say, okay, boomer. And every time I've told that to my kids, especially the class where it's like they just crack up. They were like, even my youngest son, who did know those phrases, I told him the next day at Thanksgiving, he said, Papa, 2 burns in one day. I am impressed.
That is a good. You found a place for both of them back to back. That's pretty cool. All right, well, Mark, we're gonna just.
I do want to point this out before we stop filming. Mark has the classic priestly getup, all black collar, but he's also wearing hot dog socks.
Oh wow! Yes.
Yeah, one of my
hot dog socks.
One
Look
of
at that.
my
that is cool.
One of my rules. I've got 4 rules of Mr. Woolsey in my classes. Number 1 is Number 1, teacher's always right. Number 2, when the teacher's wrong, see rule number 1. The third rule is when the teacher admits he's wrong, see rule number 2. And the fourth rule that rules them all, no boring socks. And so
that's good.
These came from one of my students just recently. I get a lot of non-boring socks.
Awesome. Mark, thanks for coming back on.
Okay.
All right.